This is an interview with Jimi Hendrix. It was done in London about 2 weeks after his second album was released. I'm going to make some comments about my impressions of Hendrix and point out some things to look for when you listen to this interview. It's a good interview. When I met Jimi Hendrix, my first impression was his presence was so strong. It was sort of like stepping into a field of electricity. And I don't know if it's because of the giant amps that he was working with or just being a superstar and having all that energy directed at you. But I wish there had been a way that this tape could have captured some of that vibrancy that I felt at that moment. I did this interview mainly because I wanted to meet him, and I honestly did not have one question ready. I figured that, when the time came, I'd open my mouth and sort of a question would come out. We've all heard interviews where the interviewer is so involved lining up the next question that he or she doesn't hear what the person's trying to say. Well, I didn't have a next question. I just listened to what he was saying. And what he was saying led to the next question. And he was so sensitive, as you'll hear. He could see me listening, and he really opened up.
You really hate these interviews.
Oh no, that's all right. All right.
I mean, you do the lot.
Pardon?
A lot of people bother me about interviews.
Well, to tell the truth, there's a lot, but it's all right though, sometimes you just feel like talking, sometimes you don't, but
Yeah.
just go in different moods.
Okay, so you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's all right. No, it doesn't bother me at all. I just want to get the sight for a second. Yeah.
You're originally from Buffalo and you've been here about.
No, not from Buffalo. No, I'm from Seattle, Washington, originally. But I lived all over the States though. And then I wound up in New York, not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I lived all over the States. I stayed in Buffalo for about a month or two and it was too cold up there.
Yeah, but if you were in Seattle, it can't be any colder than Buffalo.
No, Seattle has a different type of cold though, It's a different it's a nice coldness,
Yeah.
It isn't so cutting as anyway, there's a girl up there trying to work roots on me. Work this brutal stuff, keep me there, Had to go to the hospital and all that, but I couldn't make that something.
What do you mean you had to go to the hospital?
Well, she tried working roots, that's a scene like they might put there's different things they can do. They can put something in your food, or they put some hair in your shoe, some of the hair in your shoe. Voodoo stuff, yeah.
Mojo.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Right.
Well, she tried that, and I don't know. She must have tried it half-heartedly, because I was just only sick in the hospital for about 2 or 3 days.
Do you ever get involved in that scene, other than?
Not anymore, really. Like around in the southern United States, they have a lot of scenes like that going on.
Yeah.
But if I see it happen or if I feel it happen, then I believe it. But not necessarily being talked about.
What about charms and things like this?
Oh yeah, if a person gives off, they give off certain, electric shocks anyway, really.
Energies.
Yeah, and so then if they can actually get these things together, really, if the vibrations are strong enough to get these charms working, they can actually do it.
I was watching you when you were talking to this girl that came in. I think she sent you some clothes for you.
Oh yeah, yes.
And that was very nice because you were really watching her and you were really taking her in. Take her in, and I mean just like sizing up.
She seemed like a nice girl. I like to take her home and scrub her up a little bit, and then go into the scene.